It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey there, Jim.
Hey, Bryce.
And Murray. How's the merman doing today?
I am a potato chip.
Is Murray not here again?
No, he's absent without quality reason. I don't know.
I'm confused. Oh, well, with the introductions out of the way, all two of us, let's rage on!
Oh, thanks to all who've been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star rating on your listening platform. Or support us and join the Film Rage community by joining our membership at buymeacoffee.com/FilmRageYYC. If you cannot commit to a membership, you can still buy us a movie rental and dare us to see a terrible movie. And you know what? We'll watch it.
Yep.
If it played in cinemas somewhere in the world. Now, let's get to raging. But first, here's a word from our sponsor.
Hey Bryce, what are you doing tonight?
I'm going to my favorite cinema, canyonmeadowscinema, to see the best second-run movies at the best price.
What? How inexpensive are they?
Regular price is $5.
Regular price is $5. Makes me hope they also serve pizza.
They do, plus a lot of other great food choices. Plus, I'm planning my office Christmas party there. They can host a plethora of options for any get-together. Gaming, movie, drag show.
Drag show? Now I know where I'm planning my next party.
Hey, maybe you think there's a Liam Neeson or a superhero movie planned?
I hope not. But maybe there'll be a great independent documentary.
Sure. Call CMC at 403-670-5444 to book a special event or go online at canyonmeadowscinema.ca.
That was a really good mix, by the way. Well mixed there, Mixmaster Bryce.
Mixmaster Bryce.
Today's episode is brought to you by potato chips. There may be some potato chips on this episode. If you do hear them, please, this is a signal for you to go to your grocery store, support a local vendor, and buy some potato chips.
That's good advice.
Yeah, right? Who doesn't love potato chips?
I love potato chips.
I know. Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody who's listening, I'm in a different province than Bryce right now. I
Yes.
am in the fabulous province of Ontario, but not quite as fabulous as the provinces of Alberta. And when I went to the grocery store, they had something that I've never seen in Alberta.
Really? Do tell.
Yes. Unfortunately, you won't be able to eat them, but when I saw them, I thought of you.
Okay.
Can you guess? There's salt and vinegar. So, of course, salt and vinegar always has what?
It's always got milk products in it for some reason. I don't understand why.
I don't get it either. But they had salt and vinegar hickory sticks.
Ah, I have actually seen those. You can I've seen them
Okay.
I've seen them in the dollar store. And
That's
I almost bought some, and then I flipped over and read the ingredients. It's like, yeah, why is there milk ingredients in salt and vinegar? There are some
makes
that
no
don't.
sense to me.
Kettle
Yeah.
brand has salt and vinegar, and guess what?
Yeah.
There's no milk product in it. And guess what? It's freaking delicious. There's no reason to put milk in salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah, I mean, if you're eating French fries, you don't sprinkle milk dust on it and then
No.
add vinegar and salt.
It makes
It's
no
just-
sense.
It's the dumb.
It's
Just like this episode.
so far.
So we got to see one movie new in cinemas because the other new movie we're saving
For
for
a
the special Krampus episode.
Yes, Krampus. All right, the one new movie we did see, though, was called The Inspection. The Inspection, written and directed by Elegance Bratton. I knew I was going to mess up. I want to call him Barton for some reason. It's just wrong.
You've got my disease
Please.
these days.
The Inspection, written and directed by Elegance Bratton is a story inspired by the filmmaker's own experiences. To tell this story, he assembled a top-notch cast, which includes Jeremy Pope as Ellis, a young gay recruit trying to get through boot camp in the Don't Ask, Don't Tell era. The cast also included the always solid Bokeem Woodbine as Sergeant Laws, the man who intends on breaking Ellis, and Raul Castillo as Rosales in an understated and powerful performance as a quite possibly closeted Marine who takes Ellis under his wings somewhat. Then we had Gabrielle Union in the best performance of her life as Ellis's mom, Inez. She is simply brilliant in this role. Definitely one of the best female performances of the year in a North American movie. There are stretches in The Inspection that are a little unfocused, but they are always brought back in line with the performance of the cast. It feels authentic, and when it works, it really packs an emotional punch. And once again, Gabrielle Union took her game to another level in this film. Taking this journey with this young man, trying to find where he fits in the world, and the lengths that he would go for his mother's approval was a trip worth taking. This is a well-acted, genuine, and powerful bit of filmmaking. It was meh.
There you have it. It had me going there for a minute, which kind of was like this movie. The Inspection, for a first feature film, Elegance Bratton, the writer-director, does things with facial delivery acting that many seasoned directors haven't still done this after many years. The first half of this film is some of the most sparsely written dialogue with some of the most impactful facial and emotional acting I've seen in years. This story of a gay man joining the army to change his destiny for the better has some amazing acting and direction, especially from our lead Jeremy Pope, and as you mentioned, his mom, who they're both amazing in this. This has all the tropes that biopics have, with scenes that are most likely embellished for effect, and the typical hard sergeant role, plus it's got the usual racial and homophobic hate speech. So it isn't a film that you will watch and say, that's completely original. But this film has moments of greatness for what often is not said, as opposed to what is said, and in a way that we can feel what our main character is going through his entire journey in this film. The director also takes us places that makes you think the film is going to go in a certain direction, but surprisingly, actually wonderfully surprisingly, it doesn't. For example, there's a final shower scene, and it was like, okay, if it goes, this is a Bryceism I'm pulling out here. If this goes in one way and not the other, I'm going to be disappointed. And so this had a fantastic couple of spins in this movie that had me guessing what's going to happen next in this.
Yep.
I liked a lot about this film. I really look forward to seeing what Elegance Bratton does next. I hope it isn't a biopic, because for the most part, they're awful. But this one wasn't. It was meh.
There you go. I think we watched the same movie, Jim. We don't always, but I think we did this time.
I think we did. The acting in this was
really, really good.
It was incredible.
It was,
and
yeah, and that's why I made the point that even when the script kind of drifted off a little bit, these actors brought everything back, and just some standout performances. And I was completely blown away by Gabrielle Union, and I've never seen her that good, like ever, like not even close. Yeah. Not even close. Well, and she was amazing.
This is, I think, what I think is made. Again, this is another one of these ones. This is a really powerful project for his first feature. Yeah. And it makes you wonder, how much help he got, because he has the direction down, I think. I think maybe the direction, like, I cannot wait to see what he directs next.
Yep.
But I think maybe it's the writing in this one that didn't have me. So again, one of my big measurement sticks, especially for biopics, I did not cry once in this.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was not an emotional. I mean, you're emotionally tied to these characters.
Yeah, absolutely
they're
are.
all
but
so well developed. but it wasn't a film that, like, there was moments in there that I should have been bawling my eyes out, because you know me, I bawl at the drop of a hat when it's a good biopic. And so that, to me, that actually is a big measurement stick for me. So yeah, I mean, it was so well done with the acting and the direction.
Yep.
But I think that's my guess. I don't know. What do you think?
I can't argue with anything you're saying there. As I say, the performances is what made it for me. Raul Castillo, I don't know that I've seen him better. He was just so good. Just the understated performances too. Like, there was nobody out there trying to chew up the scenery. It was just solid acting and just so well done.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend people see this film for sure. But it's a biopic, so
yeah,
they're meh.
They are
actually. You know what? This is bucking the trend a little bit, because usually biopics made in the U.S. are a rage.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're. It's not a biopic, so it's male with you. If it's a biopic, it's a rage. So it being a mez is almost like a bio. It's a mez, kind of a biopic mondo for you.
Mondo. It's kind of that way for sure. It's almost like, wait a minute, was there any British or European influence on this biopic? That's what I want to know.
I tell you, but yeah, no, worth checking out. I enjoyed it a lot, and there's some real good stuff in there, and as you say, looking forward to this person putting out some more films.
Yeah, me too.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
Sweet rage. So, my rage this week, because I didn't really see anything in cinemas that made me upset one bit. In fact, I don't have a lot to complain about the film that we saw. So I'm going to go back to an old standard. And actually, I haven't raged about this, but I've jumped on the bandwagon for the Rage for You. But when I went to go see this movie in Ottawa, Ontario, I was the only person in the cinema. So I was a little sad because it was a Friday night. And
on a Friday?
It was Friday, dude.
Oh, no.
And there was like nobody in the cinema. And I didn't like, I tried to get in off my plane and get to the airport and everything in time for like the 4:00 showing. But I was like, I couldn't make it. So I ended up getting in for the 7:50 showing. And it was just me. I'm like, this theater can't last, man. But then, so I went over, because I got there early, to get food at the pub was packed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where the fuck are all these people going?
Can some of you come over and watch this movie? It's really good.
Yeah, perhaps you should see it. Yeah, so my rage this week is, I am afraid that the cinemas are not going to be here for us every week coming soon, coming to a theater near you.
Well, sir, I have a feeling that we're going to hear a similar thing from me in a second. All right. My rage is the same that it's been for a while now, and will continue to be my rage until people show up at the theater. I went to Eau Claire Cinemas on Monday night with the intention of taking in The Inspection and Violent Night. When I got there, I was informed that they had canceled all the late screenings. There are so few people attending the cinema that they are now canceling screenings. Next, there will be no movies on Mondays, then Mondays through Wednesdays, then only on the weekend, and then eventually there will be no more cinemas. please go to the movies and support your cinema. That includes your local art house theater or your local multiplex. Just please go to the movies so that I can continue to enjoy the movies the way they were meant to be seen, on a giant screen with a bag of overpriced popcorn in my lap and surrounded by people in a communal experience. On Monday night, it was me and 2 other people at the inspection. And then I bolted over to Market Mall here in Calgary to take in Violent Night, and there it was once again me and 2 other people in the entire place. A total of 6 tickets sold to 2 screenings. That is sad, so please go to the movie theater or they won't be around much longer. And while you're there, buy that overpriced bag of popcorn, as they make very little from ticket sales and rely on their concessions to turn a profit. That's my rage.
Yeah, your point about the concession is so true too, right?
Yeah.
And I'm disappointed that this wave of people got caught into COVID, and then it's like, you know what? We're just perfectly happy sitting at home watching on our
Giant
20
TVs. Well, no, a lot of people have giant. The TVs are so cheap these days. If you don't have at least a 60-inch TV, I'd be shocked in this era.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, it's. I'm afraid. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. No, I am. I legit, they're canceling screenings now. And I realize it's Eau Claire and it's not the busiest place on earth, but then I go over to Market Mall and it's got the same number of people in the screening. So
yeah.
And that was in their premiere giant cinema with the laser blah blah blah. It's the movie they put in that they thought they were going to get the most people to. And there was 3 of us. So
did you get some rectal rumbling? That's what I'm hearing here. Did you get the rectal rumbling?
Rectal rumbling? What are you even talking about?
The fancy dancy theater that bounces you around and shakes your ass.
No, it was Market Mall. It's just got the laser or whatever. The laser HD
Ultra?
Super duper sound ultra mix master 3000 cinema.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I had to pay extra. I don't know why. It looks the same to me, but that's a rage for another day.
All right.
Charge me extra. What's the difference?
They need your money.
Stay tuned next week. I might go on a little bit about that. Anyways, yeah, you know what? That's fine. Charge me. You need my money. I used to go to the independent cinemas. I'd make sure I buy a big popcorn and a big everything, because I wanted them to stay in business. Now I'm doing it at the big cineplexes. What is going on? Because I feel so guilty just buying a ticket. I was like, you know what? I bought a popcorn and a large pop at the early screening. I did it again. Just not because I wanted it, because I'm afraid that they're going to close. I was like, and it's my extra $15 or whatever, $11, I think it is. My extra $11 is gonna keep them in business, but if everybody does it, come on. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Well, they're two different movies.
They are. I'm trying to support every single.
Them both.
Yeah. That really did make me rage.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Oh, there it is.
Nice. So, because we didn't really see much.
Yes.
But I did want to put that out there that Elegance Bratton is only 7 movies away from making the Undoubted.
That's true, but his next one's got to be a Mondo, which I have no doubt that it will be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be. So, yeah, I'm going to put him on the website.
All right, he's on deck. It's only 7 to go.
Pending their 7 next movies. That's it. Well, and did you want to talk about the star performance of our mom?
I mean, she was absolutely mesmerizing in this particular role, but I gotta go on more than one movie. So as much as I've never seen her better. In fact, I've never seen a lot of people better. Gabrielle Union was so good in this. She really was. I'd be shocked if there isn't buzz for her come, that award thing they do in Hollywood, and what is it,
Yeah,
January?
the thing that we don't really care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and you think about some of the content that she's done. Like she's done a lot of stuff
And
that's kind of like not of this
Wait.
ilk, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I mean, you look at her content, she does, comedies and
Yeah.
and
And she's always good. But
Yeah.
this like showed me like, wow, she's
This
got
was
some
next
chops.
level.
Yeah.
This was next level for
Yeah.
sure.
So no, I'm really looking forward to hopefully her getting some more roles like this. Well, not even like this, but just some more, serious roles.
Yeah.
And because man, this goes to the top on her resume, and I can't imagine that there aren't people lining up to put her in movies now that they're maybe have a little more substance. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, if you look at what she's known for,
Yes.
okay, like we go to IMDb, you go known for, it's kind of like the movies that are most popular.
Right. Lay them on me.
Okay, so number 1 is Bring It On.
Yes.
Number 2 is
Bring
Bad
It-
Boys 2.
Oh God.
Then 10 Things I Hate About You.
I like 10 Things I Hate About You.
It was meh.
It's funny. Made me laugh. Had Heath Ledger in it.
Yeah, Heath Ledger sighting. So yeah, I mean, this is good for her. I'm glad she's stepping into this world of great actors.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
well, that's all I wanted to say. What else you got?
I got nothing.
All
Nothing.
right, well,
You know me better than that. You know I've got nothing.
you got lots.
Eh,
You don't show it to everybody.
sometimes
I've seen it,
Sometimes
so I
I
know
got
it's there.
stuff, I guess. Not
That's right,
often,
you
but
do.
sometimes.
You got stuff.
I got the stuff. Yeah, all right.
Last week on Rage or Dare, Jim survived his Death by High School Musical 3 event by pulling another musical, The Apple. I'm not sure if it's as poisonous as the one the witch gave Snow White, but yes, I'm sure this will do nicely. This week, the boys will go back to the good old Casey Lovin' as they go into my torturous bag of evil remakes. If you're not familiar, they'll be taking my lovin' hard and raging until one of them pulls the dreaded High School Musical 3. So let's hope it takes some time before that happens. Now let's check in with Jim and find out exactly how poisonous The Apple was. Surely if it's a musical, it's going to be pretty deadly. But was it like polonium deadly or just, good old-fashioned arsenic level poisonous?
All right. Well, Jim, how deadly was it?
Well, with an intro song like "Hey, Hey, Hey," Bim's on the way.
Bim's on
in
the
a
way.
Contest, in a contest, I'm going to guess is like Eurovision contest,
Mhm.
but called World Vision.
Yes.
But no one was starving, so that was kind of confused me a bit. Where the best heckle to the band on stage was, "Go back to Moose Jaw." This has everything you want from a musical music sci-fi film.
They're from Moose Jaw.
I know. I mean, these songs are awful, but this film is one of those so awful, it's hilarious. If they were trying to do the music sci-fi version of The Room, they nailed it. This feels like if Death Race 2000 was a musical music sci-fi film instead of an action comedy sci-fi sport film. And any movie that says Moose Jaw at least 10 times
Yes.
deserves extra props. It's got all the great ingredients that all early 80s musical music sci-fi films would have. token gay character, evil record exec who's either German or French, I couldn't tell by their accent, or whatever sounded evil, I guess, in 1980. Dance numbers in random places, flagging, over-the-top, out-of-place acting, terrible campy songs, British douchebag musical star, love triangles, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Oh, wait a minute. Not sex. After all, it was rated PG. But also because the sex scene was a dance number, plus cheesy singing that never ended. Nothing made sense in this movie, which actually made it quite a bit better. Now, where was I again? How many musicals I liked? Remember last week I said I only have 5 musicals that I like. Well, that number is now 6. Now did I think this movie was a good movie? No, it was not a good movie. Hell no. I fully enjoyed this trash heap of a movie, though, for it's so bad it's funny. The apple wasn't poisoned at all. It was just meh. Think of this in the vein of Flash Gordon meets Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
Sacred Apple. Holy Apple. And it's funny how it was shot in 1980 to a 1994 futuristic 1994.
They nailed it.
They got it right on, man.
Yes.
Right on. And the best thing about this was the ending, because it was just like everything made no sense. They started passing laws.
They started floating up into the sky.
And then this, I don't know if he was like a Jesus character, comes down in a old Chevy Impala to pick them up, and they go off, and you're just like, where are they going? I'm just like, I have no idea. This was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. I am so glad you gave me this. It almost made it to Mondo.
So here's the thing. When I gave you this, it was based on the fact that I don't even remember when it was, but I know somebody was watching it one day, and I sat there and I watched it for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, this is terrible. Like, what the? And so then I did. So then here's what happened. For some reason, this is the first time that I've ever done this, but I was kind of curious about the apple. So I was like, I know I gave it to Jim, but I'm just going to watch it until I can't watch it anymore. And I'm like, oh man, Jim's not going to hate this because it's so unbelievable. Like it's almost mind melting. Some of this. It's like, you can't look away from this movie.
Such a train wreck. But you see the comparison to Flash Gordon?
Oh, absolutely.
The Ming the Merciless character.
Every time they said Moose Jaw, I just laughed my ass off. It's just like, I laughed so much in this movie, and I'm just like, I blew it. This should not have been in the bag.
I'm so glad. Well, you usually have a good chance if it's a musical.
Yes.
I mean, you did pick some musicals for me. One, in fact, remember I bought because it's the only way I could watch it.
Yes.
I still have it in my streaming. I can still watch that again if I want. But
was it like Can't Stop the Music or something?
Yes,
like
that was exactly the terrible torture that you put me in. Oh man.
Yeah, I kind of blew it this time because I mean, it's almost a Mondo.
It is.
If ever there was a so bad it's good movie, I mean, this is it. Holy crap! I'm just watching it, just dumbfounded, but giddily dumbfounded.
Oh yeah, like even just how everything was just like there was no story connection from one scene to the next.
It's like, what is going on? And give me more.
I don't care. Oh my god, dude, that is so good. I'm so glad that you watched it. Like I'm actually really surprised that you thought I should probably see this.
Yeah, because I don't know why. I just had this overwhelming urge. Like literally that night when you plucked it, I was like, you know what? I literally saw like a few minutes of it, so I'm just gonna watch it for a little bit. And the first time they said Moose Jaw, and that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep. And then I'm at the end, and I'm glad that I stuck it out to the end because the end is so bonkers that it's like I was enjoying myself to begin with, but holy crap, what a great ending!
It's the best
Makes
ending
no
of
sense.
any movie
It's
that
like,
was never should have been. Oh my god!
it's like who's writing this and what were they on?
I don't know. I'm so happy you gave me that though.
Yeah.
You know what? With all my
I'm
sickness,
happy,
that was-
not happy, because it didn't belong where you know in the way you watched. But yeah, you know what? We both enjoyed it, so I guess it's a good thing.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
It's true. All right. So
But,
I
yeah.
have plucked something out of Casey's bag because I believe
Oh.
that is what we're doing. Correct?
That is correct. We'll be doing that for our next episode.
Oh, for crying out loud! It's another
Is it a
bleakety
remake?
blankin' remake.
Nice.
Oh, dear
Please
Lord.
tell me what it is.
It's a color. Well, half of it's Red Dawn.
The remake?
The remake
God.
of Red Dawn. Not that Red Dawn wasn't bad enough.
Not enough.
It is the 2012 remake of Red Dawn.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But it's got Chris Hemsworth.
I was
in
going
it.
to say, I
Not
believe it's
bad.
got Chris Helmsworth in it. Yeah.
That's-
I saw it, and now I get to see it again.
I hate to say this. I think I own this. There's a bit of a story there.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah, so sometimes Apple will put these packages on sale that like you'll see like they've got like 3 movies in this action feature and they'll give you 5 movies for like $10 or $15.
Okay, so the other
So I
4 were
bought it.
tremendous, and it's like, okay, I guess I'm getting Red
Well,
Dawn
I think
too.
I only wanted to get 2. 'Cause
Right?
even paying $5 for a movie is worth it,
Yeah.
right? So it was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched it yet.
Well, now you're
'Cause
going to.
I didn't really like the first one, so
No.
I'm like,
I unfortunately have watched it because, you know, I watch everything.
well, see, I watch a lot of things that are not everything.
All right. Red Dawn 2012. Thanks, Casey, you bastard.
You motherfucking bastard. So we got lots of content coming, and Krampus is coming.
Krampus is
The
coming.
most exciting day of the year.
Yes. Yes.
Stay tuned, everyone, because we will have some Casey and some Krampus.
Nice. All right, sir. Well, that was quick and enjoyable.
It was manningful.
Yeah.
It was a manningful episode.
Sure.
Oh, thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to the extended Film Rage family, who you can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey from The Nerdy Photographer for the voice of Rage or Dare. Find us on social media everywhere at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. We're always wanting to make this a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, and subscribe, or send us emails to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare to see terrible movies to fuel our rage, but no matter what you do, please make us rage. Please, please, please. That's it for this week. A rage on.
Rage on.